So we're in my space doing yoga. This is just beginner friendly, lots of modifications for you to do what you need to expand the practice. I spend enough time in postures that you get to maybe step it back a little bit, enjoy what's actually occurring in the moment. And then there's opportunities for me to suggest some maybe next steps forward, observing how our joints move a little bit. But again, this is just a beginner's practice. I encourage everyone who has never done yoga before to even start this practice. We begin where we're at, and I have a really strong support in you just start where we are, and then we do baby steps from there. I think this one's going to go for about an hour, maybe just a little bit less than an hour, just until I get used to this format. And yeah, so thanks for coming and joining in. A little reminder that we're going to have a little donation process set up at some point. Myself and a lot of yoga teachers here in Dallas and all over the world actually, we're out of work right now, and our means of making support for ourselves, this is going to be it. So if you can afford to donate a couple of bucks our way, we greatly appreciate it. We're kind of sharing each other's videos right now. I know at Urban Hippie I'll be sharing the other teachers' videos as they start uploading their sequences, so that we all get to keep the community together. And also for me, there's a extended community I'm reaching out to. Some of my friends and family in Australia may enjoy these videos as well. So yeah, like I said, we take it slow. I mean, you're going to see my hands cut off in some of these images. It's like I'm just doing this on my iPhone. Nothing flash here, but it feels really organic and real. And I'll be in the practice with you as we go. So yeah, let's get started and see where we're at. So we start at the top of our mats, and feet are about hip width apart. Lift your chest and relax your shoulders down and back. Just starting in a mountain pose position. You don't want to feel too much weight forward in your toes. You want to kind of feel an even distribution between toes and heels. So gently rocking forward and back is just a nice way to kind of come into your feet. Feel the mat under your toes. Feel the pressure in your heels. And as you're kind of just swinging a little bit back and forth, I'm noticing right now as I look outside my windows, I can see the trees kind of blowing with the breeze. And that's kind of how we feel right now, just this gentle floating, rocking motion forward and back. You can feel it move up through the feet, into your knees, into your hips, pelvis, and then into the spine, shoulder blades, chest, and arms, and then into the neck as the neck moves as well. Okay, just feeling these gentle rocking motions forward and back. And then pause in the center till you find that place right between the toes and the heels. Draw your belly button in and lightly contract the thighs. You may even notice this happening on its own. See if your shoulders can soften a little more, like find the place where your shoulders can soften and let them drop. Eye gaze can be lifted, looking up and out. And you're just noticing your breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, or breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Whatever's more comfortable for you, especially here in Dallas. It's all allergy season right now, so take care of you. Good, now just lengthen through your fingertips. Feel your fingers reaching towards the ground. And then inhale, raise your arms up from the sides. You want to feel your ribs lifting upwards. Stretch your fingers above your head for a moment and hold here. When we exhale, squeeze your belly more. When you inhale, see if you can open the front of the chest. Let the chest move forward a bit, and as you exhale, press down through your feet, soften into your joints. Feel the bones of your body. Good. And then let the arms float down to the sides again. And let the blood flow come back down to fingertips. And we're back in mountain. Breathing in and breathing out. So we take it slow, right? We're not rushing. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Arms come up again. Big inhale. Lifting up through the top. Reach through your fingers. Relax the shoulders down. Feel your bones in your feet. Feel the strength across your thighs and your hips. And breathe again. Deep inhale. Let your chest cavity rise. And as you exhale, squeeze your belly a little. Squeeze your leg muscles. Squeeze your buttocks. Let the arms float down. Good. And now inhale, arms up again. Reaching up, stretch up. This time we're going to do a gentle back bend. Your thumbs can pull back a little. Widen the arms if you need to. Make like a V shape. That helps, or even bend the elbows and then pull the arms back. As you pull your arms back, let your hips rock forward. Feel the weight in the toes. Maybe nose can point up to the ceiling a little. Squeeze your belly button and lift through your chest. So gentle movement, pushing forearms and thumbs back. Feel the top of the shoulders and feel the shoulder blades hugging the ribs in the back. Let the arms float down. Breathe in and breathe out. You may feel that rocking as you're breathing in and breathing out. Good, arms come up again, big inhale. This time with the back bend, we will stretch back, lengthen through your legs, lift through your chest. Maybe arms can straighten now as you extend back. Lift your eye gaze and look forward. Pull the stomach in and let your hips tilt forward. Let the arms reach wide like wings. I'm bending my knees as I bring the weight forward in the toes. Lightly grab your elbows in front of your shins and let the head hang. You're just rocking your head from side to side. You're letting your ribs move up, forward and back. You can feel your abdominals lightly squeezing as you massage the abdominal wall. Let the ribs rock. Now at first this can be quite uncomfortable. You're upside down and you're putting a lot of pressure on your stomach. You can separate your feet wider if you need to, and even bend the knees more if that makes it more comfortable. But get yourself as close to torso and thighs meeting one another. Let your head tuck a little bit more. Let the back of the neck get long. And just gently turn the head on its swivel, like to the left, to the right. Tuck your chin, feel the back of the neck. And then bring your weight forward in your toes, let your hands hang towards the ground, and then we make a slow rounding. Tuck your tail, bend the knees more than you think, and then keep rounding up one vertebrae at a time. Now this can take a little bit as you come up. Squeeze your stomach on the way up. Keep your belly button in and stretch your arms up overhead. Let the blood flow come back down. And take a second to breathe. Let everything get back into perspective and float your arms back down. Good. And then walk your feet back towards the top again. Feet hip width apart. Inhale, arms up. Stretching up and going back. Forward fold again. Exhale. Let your head completely tuck as you come down. I'm just letting my hands and head hang. I'm not forcing anything here, just trying to let gravity do some work for me. You can let your head rock a little bit. You can lift your nose and look out. You can put some weight in the shin bones with your hands and straighten the legs if you like. And just feel the stretch through your legs and the flattening through your back. Tucking your chin and gazing towards ankle bones or toes can help keep the back of the neck long. Pull the belly button in again as you exhale. Squeeze your stomach. And as you inhale, let your ribs open to the sides. And then as you exhale, squeeze your belly again. Good. We're going to bend the knees, put the hands to the floor as best as we can, and step the right foot back. You can always have a chair in front of you and put your hands on the chair up high if you need support. Your right leg can go straight back, or your knee can come immediately to the ground for added support, and feel that good compression in the left hip. And take a nice deep breath in and a deep long exhale. The movement is gentle and subtle. You can rock back slightly, mindful of your back knee, and just feel the hips stretching back a little bit. You can come forward, feeling the hips sink and the head lift. You do this in your own time for a couple of breaths. We're here for about 5 actually, just moving forward and back. And those of you, if you want to, tucking your toes under, use your height, lift the hips a little bit more, and then go forward and back. And it doesn't matter if this front knee comes forward past your ankle, just feeling this flexion, extension, feeling these movements coming in and out through the knee and the hip. Finding that strength. Good. Couple more breaths, breathing in, maybe lifting through your chest. Breathing out, pull your belly in and rock your hips back slightly. Breathing in, wherever you're at. Breathing out. Good. And then come forward and relax. Put your hands underneath the shoulders, slide the knees back behind you. Fingers are up in line with the shoulder line or wrists under shoulders. Flip your toes and extend the legs long. You can stay on the knees for added support. And we're breathing here for 2 breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathing in and breathing out. We bend the elbows and we make our way to the floor. Maybe we flop all the way down onto the ground. It's all good. Keep your belly on the floor and let your chest rise. So as we're lifting, feel the chest lift a little bit more. You can put a little pressure in the hands, but it's not how high we lift. It's actually thinking about strength through the back. Feel your feet pushing down and let your chest lift a little. Maybe come down on the exhale. You can come up on the inhale, and as you get stronger, put some weight in the hands, let your chest continue to rise, but find the softness in your shoulders. You can even continue this into upward facing dog. As I press through my arms, I contract my legs and buttocks. There's a sliding movement forward with my hips as I lift up through my chest, nose to ceiling. And then lightly press the knees to the ground. You can stay low in your half down dog here. Elbows to the floor, let your head hang, bottom and tail lifting. Or you can go all the way up with your hips to ceiling, feel the down dog. And then let your head shake from side to side. Move your knees forward and back, heels up and down. So we take it slow, and we do long, deep inhales, long, deep exhales. Let your chin tuck a little bit more. Good, now lift your eye gaze. It's a walk to the top. Take your time. Giraffe walk, or monkey walk, whichever you want to call it. And once you get to the top, a little bend in the knees, let your body hang forward. Empty your lungs of air. Maybe put the hands to the shins. Inhale, a halfway lift. Tuck your chin and relax your shoulders. Inhale and then exhale and fold. Slowly round up, tucking your tail between your legs. Come up really gently. Arms come above your head now. Reach to the top of the room and stretch back. And let your arms float down for a moment. We're going to do it all on the other side. Inhale, arms up. Stretch to the ceiling. Lengthen through your arms and pull the arms back gently. Forward fold, exhale. Let your head tuck and pull your chin towards your shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Take your time. Maybe straighten the legs more this time. Weight in the toes. Lift the heels a little bit. Up and down a couple of times. And then tuck your chin at the bottom here, gazing between your toes or your ankle bones. Pull your body closer to your legs and tuck your chin again. Let your hands relax to the ground, squat low, and step your left foot back. Again, left leg is long if you like, front knee nice and bent. You can move forward and back, rocking. You can always put the back knee to the ground, toes to the floor, rocking forward and back, hips sinking, hips moving back. So we're exploring. Take your time, moving back, gently moving forward. Left toes can be nice and long, back knee straight, breathing in, breathing out. What's feeling here for you? Sometimes I like to really sink the hips down and lift the nose and chest up. Feel that deep compression in the right hip. And then I like to take the hips back a little, let the head hang, stretching out the front leg. Feel it through the ankle point. And then come forward again. Inhale as you lift. Couple more. Breathing in, breathing out, taking your time. Put both hands on the ground and slide your right knee back. Knees under hips, shoulders forward. You can straighten the legs if you want a little challenge. A slow movement to the ground. As your chest and knees touch the ground, gently slide your chest through as you lift up into cobra, extend your legs. Maybe continue to rise into upward facing dog. Feel the extension, extending, opening through the hips. Lift the heart and breathe here. Nice and easy. Put the knees to the ground, pull the belly in, tuck your toes, continue to go back or go high with your hips. Draw your chin in, open through your shoulders, and feel free to move the hips up and down. Head rocks from side to side. You can do this on the knees. Let your hips slide side to side. Explore for a moment. You guys know this, right? You go back and forth with your knees. You can rock your head from side to side. There's some freedom here. We're not rigid. Good. Hands under shoulder line. Push your hips back again, eyes forward, and let your tail rise. Tail pops in the air. Elbows can bend out to the sides of the room, taking that nice big stretch. And again, those of you who have shoulder issues, you're going to be staying on your elbows and enjoying the stretch as you lift your tail behind you on your knees. Eyes forward, hips up. We walk, we step, we jump, we float, whatever gets us to the top of our mats. Stand at the top, then put some weight in the shins and look forward as you lengthen out in front, halfway lift. Then we exhale, fold your body against your legs, pull your head in nice and close, and then come up. Gently does it all the way to the top. Let your hands touch at the top. Pause for a moment, see two worlds touching. Feel your thumb, your index finger, your middle finger, your ring finger, and little finger touching. See if you can lengthen up through the ribs. Maybe your hands are apart, or maybe the hands are gently squeezing together. Soften the shoulders in the top and breathe for a moment. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Let your arms extend to the sides of the room. Let your shoulders drop, and we're back in mountain pose. Breathing in and breathing out. Arms up again, big inhale. Lift up and stretch up. Lengthen out of your waist and stretch back. Forward fold, exhale. Gently bend. As you lean forward out in front, this time grab your elbows around the back of the knees. And again, recommending wider feet if you need to really just let the belly relax between the thighs, especially if anyone's pregnant or is having some digestive issues. This is a good one for you. Draw your chin in and let your head tuck. Feel the spine nice and long. Now right now my weight's in my heels and my bottom's kind of pushing back a little bit. I'm going to bring the weight forward into the toes. As you rock forward into your toes, big toes plugging down, feel each of the toes kissing into the ground, and then slowly extend the knee joints. Your heels will pull apart a little bit as you do this, as the legs start to straighten. See if you can tuck your chin in a little bit more as you breathe in and breathe out. Legs can lengthen here. So we take our time, and again, beginners, bend your knees as much as you like. Maybe your hands are at your knees, not your arms. So see where we're at. Release the hands to the ground. Inhale a little, halfway lift. We'll take the right foot back, but this time we're going to hold the leg in the air. Beginners, you may want to tap the ground and then lift the leg up. Hold the leg in the air, find gravity strengthening through our belly. Squeeze your stomach. Let your head tuck and look for your toes behind you. You can point and flex the right toes. There's a lot going on in the standing left leg. Be gentle with yourself. Bend the standing leg. Straighten your right leg more. Make circles with your right ankle point, and then change direction. Go the other way. We'll take the right foot to the right side of our mat a little. Pull the leg to the right. Then put the toes down to the ground first. Then drop your right heel in. You've got a back foot at a 45-degree angle. Bend the front knee. Draw your belly in and round your upper back. Feel the lift through the shoulders. Feel this squeeze through your belly. And then we slowly come up one vertebrae at a time. Let your arms reach up overhead. Extend through your fingers and breathe. Slow entry for warrior one. Bend your front knee more. Find the stability in your feet. Your front knee's nice and bent and pushing to the left. Your back leg's nice and straight, and you're pushing into the outer edge of your right little toe and your heel. Plug your right big toe down. There's a tendency that this right hip is way open. See if you can gently lift the back heel just a little and enough to just bring the right shoulder forward slightly and the right hip forward. Squeeze your right buttock as you press the heel back to the floor. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Widen elbows to the sides of the room. And then pull your forearms and thumbs back, lifting your sternum towards the ceiling. Nose will point to the ceiling. Chest is open. Feel the back of your shoulders sitting over the line of your buttocks. Pull your belly button in more, open through the heart. Big open chest. This is a lot. Elbows can come down a little closer towards the hip line. Thumbs and forearms continue to pull back. Feel the squeeze in the shoulder blades. Breathe here. Now we take another big inhale. Extend the arms above your head. Reach up nice and tall. Squeeze your belly, tuck your chin. This front knee can slowly straighten. And you'll round your body forward. But notice my front knee's not all the way straight. A slight bend in the knee. Keep that movement. And then round through your upper back. Maybe your hands touch the floor, or maybe your hands lightly grab the shin. Feel the rounding in the back regardless. Hands on the floor, you're pushing into the ground to round your back. Hands on the shin, draw your belly in and tuck your chin towards your throat. Keep the rounding through the back, keep the squeezing through the belly. Plug into your front left big toe. Feel the stretch through the legs. Now we slowly bend the front knee and come back up to your warrior one. Let your hands come wide first. Keep the top of the shoulders soft, the sternum gently forward, eyes are lifting, heart lifting. Elbows can go wide to the sides again, really working your collarbones open. Thumbs and forearms pull back and just feel that deep connection. Torso's really opening itself now. The legs are supporting you and the ground up. Feel your feet connected to the floor. Can you roll into the outer edge of that right little toe behind you? Can you plug into your big toe in the front? I know it's a long holding posture, but this is the beauty of understanding the pose. Breathe into it. Eyes forward now. Take the arms up. We straighten the front leg and we reach up out of the waist again. Left hand will come to your left buttock. Lightly press the hand on the buttock. Bend your front knee and continue to move your torso and arm forward. Your right bicep is in line with your right ear. Now reach forward to the front. At the same time as you're reaching forward with your right arm, can you pull your left hip bone back? This is going to straighten the front leg a little. It doesn't have to be all the way straight. Keep it slightly bent. Squeeze your belly and breathe here. Now let the right arm hang towards the ground. Touch your right thigh behind you and reach the arm forward. Remember that trunk of an elephant. Reach. Let the arm hang again. Let it move back and forth. Let it swing. Breathing in and breathing out. Let there be a little bit more softness through your shoulder and joint. When we're here, as it swings, keep swinging the arm and then lightly swing the arm and touch the inside edge of your left knee. You can slide down the knee, maybe cupping the hand around your calf muscle line and squeeze the belly here. Now bring the left hand forward, reach it to the front of the room, holding there. Let the arm reach back. Put the hand on the back of the hand towards the ceiling. Reach the arm forward, extend it out. And then bring the left hand back, opening through the shoulder line. Yeah, there's a lot happening in the front leg. You can bend the front knee a little, take the pressure off, breathe in and breathe out, and then slowly extend again. Squeeze your belly. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's release both hands to the ground. Take the left leg back behind you. You can go straight to the knees on the ground or go straight up with your hips to downward facing dog. Both are beautiful transitional movements. If you're on your knees, put your elbows down there as well and drop your head for a moment and let your breath come in. Deep inhale and exhales. If you've opted for down dog, I want you to take this left leg, stretch it back a little, bend the knee, and open the hip. And you can also do that on your knees and elbows. With your head relaxed, take your left leg back behind you, bend the knee, and stack the hip. Breathe in and breathe out. You can always put that left leg back down. Deep inhale, deep long exhale. From here, we all look forward. We bring the shoulders forward into plank. You can be on your hands and knees or on your toes. A slow movement to the ground. It's a chaturanga. It's a slow rise with your chest as the hips kiss the ground, lifting and lengthening in the back. Pull the belly in and round your back like a cat. You can tuck your toes, take your hips straight up to the ceiling and start your walk or jump to the top of your mats. When you get to the top, pause for a moment and lift your chest and torso halfway. Inhale. Then tuck your chin and bend your knees a lot. Pull your body right against the thighs. Feel your chest touching the knees if you can. And if you again need to separate the feet wider, do so. Breathe for a moment and hang here upside down. We're giving our body an equilibrium shift. So as we exhale, draw your belly in. Feel the massage of your heart and lungs. Everything's good, okay? Slow rounding, come up to the top, and we do everything we just did on the left side, we do on the other leg. Reach back, forward fold, exhale. Take your time in the entries. Again, I'm going to play a little bit here. You can drop your head completely. You can bend your knees back and forth a couple of times. Maybe your feet are on the ground and you're lifting one heel up, then the other heel up. Or maybe you're at a point now where you can keep your heels on the ground and really get those hips moving and the head moving. From here, let your body hang again. Let there be no tension in the jaw or in the head. Breathe. Lift up halfway and shift into your right foot. We're going to strengthen with gravity. Let your left leg go back behind you and hold it there. It's all good, right? This right knee, the standing leg, can bend. Your chin tucks and you're looking back for your left toes behind you. Take your time. Everything is a journey. Don't judge yourself right now. Just let this be what it is. Maybe you need to put your foot on the ground. That holding the leg up is difficult, and that's okay. Lift the leg again when you get a chance. Maybe hold for 5 seconds this time and breathe into it. Maybe this right leg has started to get so strong that as you start to extend through the knee, you can feel the weight coming forward into the balls of your right foot, into the ball of your right foot. Now gaze at your left foot behind you. Pull the foot to the left side of the room a little. And then take your left toes down, let them touch the ground first. Then gently drop the left heel in at a 45-degree angle. We're going to bend the front knee as best as we can. Maybe heel toe the right foot to the right a little bit. And stay low for a moment. Round your upper back and squeeze your belly. Feel the back rounding and the abdominals contracting. Slow rise on the inhale. So we take our time. This front knee can bend a little bit, right? And the arms come up on the inhale, lifting through the chest. The back leg stays straight as best as it can. Now, at first, you may notice the back knee's a little bent. That's okay. Lift your heel a little bit, straighten the leg from there, and then see if that left heel can hover off the ground for a little bit, just to stretch the Achilles and the ankle and the arch of your foot. These are really strong postures. Eventually, maybe, the heel comes to the ground. Breathe in, breathe out. Drop your elbows wide, big open chest. Elbows coming down, thumbs going back and out. Pull your thumbs towards the wall behind you and lift your chest a little. Let's bend the front knee and move it to the right. Now take a minute and just pause here. Lift your chest a little bit more. I'm tilting my eye gaze slowly towards the ceiling, and you might lose your balance, that's okay. Keep your back leg long and strong. I want you to feel stable in your back foot. I want you to feel really strong and supported in your front foot. Now lift your chest a little more. Now see these hands? Pull them back again. Let your shoulder blades hug the rib cage in the back. And then maybe the nose is looking up again. Breathe here. Deep inhale. Deep long exhale. Good. Now taking the deep breath here, lift your arms again, reaching out through your fingers. This front leg might be fatiguing. Straighten it a little and then bend it a little. Straight and bend. Take what it needs to help bring you energy and vitality back to this pose. Right hand comes to your right buttock. See this right shoulder, right elbow? Gently guide it back a little. Squeeze this right shoulder blade towards your rib cage. Lengthen through your left arm and reach tall. And now we bring our body weight forward. My front knee stays bent for a little bit until we get strong in the legs. Keep your belly engaged, stretching your fingers all the way forward to the front of the room while keeping that left foot grounded and centered. Left arm can hang, let it hang, swing it forward and back. Just let the shoulder drop, let that elephant trunk just move. Breathing in, breathing out. I want you to find softness here. You have your strength in your legs right now, holding you in the pose, but find the softness here. And then gently swing that left hand and slap it or hug it to your right calf muscle. And then you can gently lift your back heel a little bit, turning the left hip forward slightly and squeeze your stomach strong. These are the slow movements now. This front leg may start to straighten a little bit more, and you're plugging into your right big toe. You're extending slowly, but not all the way to a locked out knee. We kind of keep that front knee slightly bent, just for now, right? And then you may even want to feel this connection to slide your hand further down to the inside line of your ankle line, or maybe you just want to come up and take a break, breathing in and breathing out. This right hand now is going to take its arm forward towards the front. Lengthen through your right arm, squeezing through your front leg a little. Bend the knee a little bit. Find your mobility. Don't get locked into the joint. Squeeze your stomach more. Breathe in and breathe out. Let the arm hang and swing forward and swing back. This time I'm going to bring the hand behind me, put the back of the wrist onto my spine. Lift the shoulder a little and breathe. Maybe do that again, reaching and let the arm hang here. Good, let the arms come up on the inhale, bend the front knee a little and come up with both hands. Whew, it's a long hold. Breathe into this, drop your shoulders, open elbows wide. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Feel that big stretch. Deep inhale, deep long exhale. Look forward and put the hands to the ground. Your right leg's going to come straight back behind you in the down dog, or you can be on your elbows and knees. You can take the right leg straight up, bend the knee, and stack the hip if that's what you want. Doing that on the knees and elbows, let your head hang. Take the right leg back, feel the lift, maybe bend the knee, and lift the knee to the right side of the room. Breathe in and breathe out. You can have the knees on the ground or your feet on the ground in down dog and rock your hips from side to side. You can do your knees forward and back in the down dog position, lifting one heel at a time, up and down, up and down. Take a moment and breathe here. Bring your eye gaze forward, come onto your hands. You can go onto your knees or straight legs, ready for your chaturanga. Supported chaturanga, knees to ground, chest to ground. Slowly lower your hips down. When your legs are long, inhale, draw your head and chest up, and pause for a moment and breathe. You want to take moments through the practice to just slow down and pause. Long holding in poses can really put the heart rate up. Take a moment and breathe. Inhale, lift your chest a little bit more. Exhale, maybe lower and hover your nose off the ground. Inhale, lift the chest a little bit more, maybe extending through the arms, dropping through the shoulders, reaching out, opening up through the hips. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Knees touch the ground. Bottom can go back slowly. Take your time, maybe sitting on your knees with me or going into your down dog if you want that. We're here for 3 or 4 breaths, inhaling and exhaling. So inhales can take as slow as 3 seconds to inhale and 3 seconds to exhale. We do even ratio breathing. Or maybe you're getting to a point where your inhale can take up to 8 to 10 seconds. So the inhale can breathe. You can maybe feel that gentle movement, let the back and spine open up on the inhale. And then when we're exhaling, you may want to emphasize just gently sinking hips towards heels, letting your rib cage soften towards thighs, and let your head melt towards the ground. Let your elbow points soften and your shoulders soften at the bottom of the exhale. The inhale can be quite dynamic if you want it, rounding a little bit more, pushing through your shins. And then as we exhale, softening down, letting the head drop. Good. From here now, let's all lift our eye gaze. Round your back, take your time, flip your toes, lift your hips. And it's a walk, jump, hop, float, whatever it takes. Come to the top of your mats. Bend the knees, squat a little bit. I like a little bit of space here. Round your back and come up again. Lift the heart, lift the chest. Let the hands come overhead. Clasp your hands and bend your elbows. Separate your feet at least hip width apart. Squeeze both buttocks and thighs nice and tight. Drop the shoulders in the top and then bend towards your right. You're going to feel a lot going into your right foot. Push your hips to the left more. Then a slow extension through your arms if you like, keeping that right hand pulling the left hand to your right. But maybe you want the right hand to the thigh and then extend through the left side. Or maybe you're happy just having elbows nice and bent. We're here for 3 more breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. Remember when we're breathing out to exhale, squeeze your belly, squeeze your thighs. The inhale, try lifting your chest more and maybe pull the elbow points back. Eyes can lift a little too. Good, come back to center. Drop your arms down for a second and roll the shoulders. Breathe, you did it. Take a moment and breathe again. Lift the shoulders and roll them back. And now we get up again. Inhale, arms lift. Drop your elbow points wide, relax your shoulders. Let's bend to the left. Hips can move to the right. You can squeeze a little here. Feel the pressure down into the left foot, including your left big toe and your heel and your little toe. Then push into your right foot more as you may be extending through your arms. Feel the stretch. Or maybe the left hand comes to your left thigh. Your right arm stretches and you're breathing. Remember this breath is deep. So as you inhale, try to take it deeper than the upper part of your lung. Can you take it more into the sides of your ribs? Can you lift the chest more when you breathe in? When you breathe out, can you reach your tail down a little and squeeze your abdominals? Good, come back to center. Let both arms relax. Roll the shoulders once more. Clasp your hands behind your back. Get a nice interlace grip. Now this is the hard part. Maybe interlace grip's not for you today. Maybe it's just holding the fingers or holding the wrists and forearms. Once we have this interlace grip, see if you can stretch your fists away from your body. So you're pulling the fists away gently. And then from here, gently open the collarbones. We're trying to get this out of the body. So roll your chest open, point your nose to the ceiling. Maybe your elbows just stay bent today. Breathe into that. Open your chest and breathe more. Deep inhale. Deep long exhale, squeeze your belly, arms reaching back, maybe extending all the way back, reaching out. Maybe both hands squeeze tight together, no daylight between your hands. Reaching, lifting,